Wyatt don't really love you. No, you just made him feel sorry for you.
This is Wyatt's affair, and mine.
He's too much of a gentleman to tell you the truth. But we aim to save Wyatt from making a fool of himself. Grab her, Pat.
You're going to marry me.
We'll see about that after we get you out of town.
Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The Life and Legend of Wyatt Earp, starring Hugh O'Brien.
Numerous young women set their caps for Wyatt Earp, the Marshal of Dodge City. But Wyatt, true to the memory of a youthful wife who died, was usually on guard against designing females. Then along came Miss Jenny Brandt, and on the Kansas frontier, men like Wyatt Earp believed in a code of chivalry which rendered them vulnerable.
We'll camp here. Rustle some wood and water. I want to talk to Jenny Brandt.
Jenny Brandt! Brother Dolph wants to talk to you.
There's no need to shout.
Oh, just the same, get out.
And here's Dodge City, about 5 miles. The gold shipments are transferred from the eastbound stages and freight wagons to the Santa Fe Railroad at Dodge. Jenny.
Yes, sir.
The marshal at Dodge is a bachelor and right good looking. Name of Earp.
No, you send somebody else.
I'm giving you the easiest part of this whole deal.
You gave my aunt and uncle an easy part back in Missouri. And where are they now?
On the run somewhere. They'll turn up.
If the Pinkertons don't catch them.
Oh.
I don't like any part of this. A gang of robbers posing as true light missionaries. And you trying to use me as a hoodlum.
No, Jenny, I only ask you to flirt with the Cowtown marshal till you get a tip-off on the gold. If you're too holy for this job, I don't want you in the outfit. Go get your things and get out of camp.
But I paid you. Didn't you promise Uncle Late that you'd see me through to California?
We need money. I'm bossing this outfit, and I can't let you get away with defying me. So you leave camp.
Way out here in the middle of Kansas?
It's your own choosing.
I suppose so. All right, I'll do what you say.
That's my girl. Oh, Jenny, if you'd only see eye to eye with me on...
No. I'm to make eyes at the marshal. Isn't that the deal?
Yes, that's the deal.
Hi, Wyatt.
Oh, howdy, Hal.
Oh, do you check on the wagon trains?
Yeah, there's one I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, the Army issued orders. They want all the settlers stopped from heading west.
These folks aren't settlers, Wyatt. They're missionaries.
The Cheyenne and the Apache aren't going to make allowances for that, Hal. You better ride out there and tell them to stay in camp.
They tell me on the trail these folks are known as new lighters.
No, not new lighters. They're called true lighters. I'll ride out there.
Hey, where are they? About 3 or 4 miles east.
Right.
Thanks, Wyatt.
Our visit to this community is one that I have planned for a long, long time. And you, as brothers and sisters...
Brother Dolph, we have a visitor.
Peace, brother.
Howdy. I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City.
Bless you, brother. I'm Brother Dolph. This is Brother William, Brother Jonas, Brother Ralph, Brother Arthur, Sister Lucy.
How do you do?
What can we do for you, Mr. Earp?
Well, sir, I've had a request from the Army to hold all outfits westbound. The Indians have been raiding the Utah and California Passage.
Will we be delayed long?
Well, I have no idea, sir.
Well, we'll have to vote on the matter. Our word calls for...
Let me go! Let me go!
What's all that about?
An erring sister, Marshal. She's to be whipped and expelled from camp.
She has to be whipped?
Yes.
Hold it.
Now, Brother Earp, you mustn't interfere.
Look, you can expel a girl, but you're not going to whip her.
Brother Dolph, I'll do penance, but you can't expel me. Not out here in this wilderness.
Silence. The true light is turned from you.
Let her go. Let her go. Now, you come in town with me. You hit your horse, that buggy.
No, she can walk.
Whipping is an assault and battery charge in this state. You all want to go to jail?
Please, Marshal. Never mind the buggy. I can walk.
No.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Our word does not allow us to quarrel with the law. Hitch the buggy.
Thank you. I'll send your buggy back later. What's your name?
I'm Jenny Brandt.
How'd you get mixed up with those people?
My aunt and uncle were true lighters in Missouri.
Oh. They dead?
All the folks I had.
Well, then Brother Doff and those others were supposed to take care of you, huh? How old are you?
22.
Oh, I thought you might not be of age and the true lighters would have a guardianship. Well, maybe they'll forgive you and take you back.
I despise them. I'll never go back.
Then I'll find you a place to stay in town and try and find you a good job.
Why should you bother?
Well, that's part of my job. You know, you have a wonderful face. You're just about the prettiest stranded traveler we've had in these parts in a long time. Of course, that Mother Hubbard and that bonnet don't help any.
I could take the bonnet off. There. How would you like it fixed?
Oh, kind of rolled up at the back of your head there. Wait a minute, it's none of my business how you fix it.
Yes, it is. I belong to you, don't I? Is this what you mean?
Yes, and that'll look fine. That remark that you made about belonging to me, that's right strange. It's a true lighter's joke, huh?
No, Mr. Earp. If you'd picked up a stray calf back there, it'd belong to you, wouldn't it?
Not if it was branded.
I don't recollect any brand on me.
Yeah. It's a nice sunny day, Miss Jenny, and yonder over there, that's Dodge City. Giddy up, boy. Oh. Now, we'll go in here and see Mayor Kelly. I'm sure he can find you a decent job.
Anything you say.
Howdy, Marshal. Remember me?
Well, howdy, Sheriff. Miss Brandt, I present Sheriff Masterson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Oh, I think I'm going to like it here.
I hope so.
We'll see you later, Mr. Masterson.
The Dodge Hotel's looking for a bookkeeper. Hold on. Here's a note from Miss Francie Morgan. She wants a seamstress for millinery shop.
Can you sew?
Yes, pretty well.
Oh, you'll like Miss Francie. A fine lady.
I think it'd be a good idea.
All right. But you come with me. Oh, thank you, Mayor. You've been so kind.
It is my pleasure, young lady.
I like your friends.
Well, thank you, Miss Jenny. I kind of like them, too.
Oh, hello, Bat. Anything new?
Yeah. Who's that new girl Wyatt's toting around?
Oh, you mean Miss Jenny Brandt?
Yeah.
Why, she's...
She's who?
Well, she's... What?
Well, who is she?
Well, she belonged to something called the True Lighters. Bad cess to them. They were going to flog her with a bullwhip.
Oh, and Wyatt came to the rescue, huh?
And you should have marked the way she looked at Wyatt. Love, my boy, love.
Oh, so that's the deal, huh?
And why not? Wyatt should be taking himself a wife.
Marry her? What does he know about her?
Well, do you know anything against Miss Jenny?
Not yet. But you know Wyatt when it comes to women. They're all angels.
Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that girl, but what if there was?
Well, you'd have to prove it to me in black and white.
All right. Well, listen here now. You just quit your mooning. You're mayor of Dodge City, not Dublin, Ireland.
Now, see here, Bat.
Aaron Gilbrow.
This is our very latest spring model, Mr. Earp. Isn't it beautiful? Well, I'm sure she's ready by now. I'll just see. Need any help, dear?
Oh, thanks. I can manage.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, my dear, she is beautiful, and I do need her so.
I certainly hope she'll fill the job.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And I'll speak to Mrs. Albert about a room in our rooming house.
That's very kind of you.
Oh, that poor child, what she must have gone through with those dreadful people.
Well, here I am.
Dear, it is so becoming.
What do you think, Mr. Earp?
Well, you just can't beat Miss Franzi for pretty hats and pretty dresses.
Oh. Now, do you see why we love Mr. Earp?
Yes, I do. Miss Morgan is way behind in the shop, so I'll start work. Will you take me to dinner?
Jenny!
Oh, well, you see, Miss Franzi, it's part of the agreement. I'm her, I'm her business advisor.
Oh!
I'll see you at 7 o'clock.
7.
Well, busy hands make busy people.
Thanks for a lovely evening, Marshal.
It was my pleasure.
You know, I think I'm falling in love with you.
You what?
In fact, I'm already in love with you.
Miss Jenny, didn't your folks ever tell you that a girl usually thinks she's in love with a half a dozen men before the real thing happens?
Yes, and I was also taught not to act like a bold hussy. But this is real.
Miss Jenny, you're very lovely. But I'm a public officer, and this is a public street.
That means you're not in love with me.
I came along and tried to help you out of a bad situation. I get paid for looking after travelers. Now, Miss Franzi's probably peeking out of that window right now. You better skedaddle inside.
Yes, sir.
This is a gossipy town. A girl can't afford to get herself talked about. Good night, Miss Jenny.
Good night, Marshal.
Morning.
You get out of here. Miss Morgan will be back from the bank any minute.
I sent you after something.
It hasn't been timed.
We was watching you last night.
I see.
Maybe you figured to run out on us and join up with Mr. Earp.
Maybe.
Well, it won't work. I'd have to tell him all about you.
Oh, Dolph, please.
You get that information. Get it today.
If I do, will you promise
I
not to...
promise nothing. You come back to camp with that gold shipment time. You'll be an outlaw, same as the rest of us. Then we'll see if the great Marshal Earp can...
Wait. I'll send you the gold layout, but I'm not coming back to camp. Not ever.
Why, you could...
Hold it. You're short in this town, Brother Dolph. Now, you get out of Dodge and stay out.
Who you getting so tough with?
Dolph, Wyatt, please, stop it. Dolph was just trying to get me to go back to camp.
Stay out of this, Jenny. Now, you keep away from her, you understand?
Peace, brother. If Jenny set herself against the word, I can't stop her. We had to give her a chance to repent.
Well, you just keep away from her.
Oh, my goodness, what happened? What's the matter?
Oh, just a slight misunderstanding, Miss Franzi.
You'll have to talk to Wyatt.
Be better if you did.
The whole town's talking. If a man gets a girl talked about, by golly, he's compromised her. And to protect that girl's honor, it means only one thing: marriage.
Oh, that's true.
And the only question is, do you love her enough to marry her or don't you?
Well, I'm not sure.
Well, then you're really not in love with her.
Not sure.
The only decent thing to do is persuade Miss Jenny to leave Dodge. Out here, you know, folks don't tolerate a man trifling with a decent girl's affections. You know that.
Oh, yes, sir, Sheriff. Say, do you think it might be all right if I lend Miss Jenny enough money to get back to Missouri?
No. Well, Mary Kelly and I'll handle that.
Oh. Well, you know, Mr. Masterson, there's just one little thing wrong with all of this.
Wrong?
You see, you're assuming Miss Jenny's in love with me and wants to marry me.
Well, what girl wouldn't?
Oh, thousands and thousands, Sheriff. I'm just not the lady killer that you are. But I will have a nice long talk with Miss Jenny. But you and Mayor Kelly stay out of it, you understand? You know, I kind of wish Miss Jenny really wanted to marry me.
What?
So, by the way, how's everything with you?
Oh.
Hi. Can I join the picnic?
Oh, of course. I haven't much left, though. One hard-boiled egg and a pickle.
I guess I ought to be over there helping the boys unload the gold.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a Wells Fargo shipment from California.
Are you hungry? We can go back to the boarding house and I'll fix you a real lunch.
No, thanks. I've had lunch. Jenny,
This is wrong, you know. A lot of people saw you and Dolph and me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Miss Morgan says I'm to stop tagging after you. She's right. You just forget about last night. I acted silly.
Were you acting?
No, I wasn't acting. I meant it. You've been kind to me. That's never happened before. I am in love with you, and I always will be, a little. But I promise to stop tagging after you. I'll nod when we meet and say, "Hello, Marshal Earp," and you say, "Howdy, Miss Brandt." That'll fix everything, huh?
You're still in some kind of trouble. It has something to do with Brother Dolph and those people out there at the camp, hasn't it?
Thanks, Marshal, but you run along and help with the gold. Train won't wait.
We don't ship until 7:40 tomorrow morning. Dolph has some hold over you. Now, what is it?
If I thought you loved me, I'm sorry. It's Marshal Earp and Miss Brandt.
I still think you ought to tell me the whole truth.
A girl would be stupid to do that until after the wedding. Some girls don't tell even then. But I would. After the wedding.
Is that a proposal? You are a strange little character. I thank you for the compliment. So long, Jenny.
That was some meeting. That was the night the sheriff came in right in the middle of the meeting.
Note from Jenny, boss.
Yeah. Gold shipment will be loaded on 7:40 Express tomorrow morning. I think I can fix it so Wyatt's friends will hustle me out of Dodge. He'll probably go after us, leaving only his deputies, Jenny.
I told you she'd come around to her senses.
About time. Well, we'll wear cowhand clothes and masks. If Jenny can send Earp on a wild goose chase, this ought to be a real easy job.
And that's the way the thing stands.
Mr. Kelly, I thought you and Sheriff Masterson should be the first to know. Wyatt has asked me to marry him.
Well, no.
Well, don't you go mushy-headed on me. You pressured Wyatt into this.
Why don't you ask Wyatt what happened?
Well, no use asking him. Well, congratulations, Miss whoever you are.
Oh, I have a past.
Yeah.
But I told Wyatt the whole story, and he said it didn't matter.
But, Miss...
Good day, gentlemen.
Well...
Oh, the poor darling. With the past. With the past? What can we do?
Well, she's leaving Dodge with us.
You mean kidnapping? Abduction?
No, use your head. Well, I'm sheriff of Ford County. We're only arresting her as a witness in a case of Topeka.
Good. But when?
Tomorrow morning. Early. Wyatt does night patrol and sleeps late.
Mr. Earp, they've arrested Jenny and taken her away.
Well, just sit down, Miss Fonzie, and relax. Now tell me, who arrested her?
That and Jim Kelly.
Look, don't worry about it. We'll get her back. Now, Hal, take one of the boys and go after him. Did Mr. Masterson say where they were headed?
Topeka. She's a witness. Oh, the poor child.
Topeka Trail, go on.
Well, what about
Never mind about that. The boys and I will take care of it.
All right.
Oh, imagine arresting a nice girl like Jenny.
Just relax, Ed. Just relax. We'll get her back. Now, here, have some coffee.
Oh, no, I couldn't take a thing. Thank you.
Get away from that cart! You heard you, man! Hold!
He's mine!
Sheriff Masterson, you were legally correct to arrest a witness, but I think it was a fool's stunt.
Well, the girl was in cahoots with the phony True Lighters.
No, she wasn't. She was working for me all the time. Now, Miss Jenny, there's a $500 reward for anyone helping to protect a Wells Fargo shipment.
No. I won't take it. Arrest me.
All right, well, just be patient. Now, Mr. Masterson, if you knew anything about genuine True Lighters, you would have spotted Brother Doff. You see, a real True Lighter doesn't believe in violence. Now, Miss Jenny, you come with me. Charlie? Thank you.
Why are you turning me loose with $500?
Well, you'll kind of need the money to get a fresh start back in Missouri. Miss Jeannie, there's something I want you to believe. I'll always think of you a little.
Why?
Well, because you tried so hard to fall in love with me, and because it was really you who took me off to the holdup.
How?
You kind of got desperate and asked me to marry you. And, you see, the True Lighters, they don't believe in marriage.
What?
Goodbye, man.
He cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none can deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.